What's up, guys? Thank you for tuning into my channel. And if you are a returning subscriber, thank you for tuning into another one of my videos. And if you are new here, thank you for tuning into this video. My name is Yadrissa, and welcome to Pretty Press On Plug. As you can see by that thumbnail in this little short clip, I'm going to show you how I got these medium French tip nails, and how I did the crocodile design as well. So what I'm starting off doing is I'm going in with my sanding band. The drill that I'm using is from Croc, but the sanding band that I'm using is for the natural nail, and I'm going to be using the natural sanding band, the one that is made for the natural nails. So I'm just buffing off that top layer of the nail. I'm not really drilling down the nail too much, but just moving that top layer from the nails first. So that's what I'm starting off doing. And when you are, working with your drill, you have to make sure that your drill's not going too fast, because you don't want to make a mistake to burn your client's nail or to file off too much of the client's nail. So just take your time and just be mindful of the speed that your drill is going when you are working on your client's nail, whether it be the natural nail or the acrylic nail. So the next thing I'm just going to be doing is I'm going in and I'm going to be using my KDS nail glue. And I'm just going to be using that glue to apply my acrylic tips. I do like this glue. This is the only glue that I am using at the moment to apply my nails. So this is a really good brand that I have found for me. It works for me. So if anybody is interested in what type of nail glue that I do use, this is the nail glue. And these nail tips are from Croc. These are a corporate shape long nail tips. I'll say medium to long nails. They are pre-shaped, so these are the nails that I'm going to be using for today's video. As you can see, I'm just applying that. Apply a little dot of that KDS or a little dot of that nail glue, and if it's going to spread on its own once you place that nail down. I do like to hold that nail down into place after I do put the nail on, just to give it a second to adhere and to stay together. So now I did go in with a couple of my magnets to get it to the length that my client wanted. She didn't want it too long, but this, some people consider this a long set, and some people this might be a medium. So I would say a medium to long set. So now for the monomer that I'm going to be using for today's video is going to be by Mia Secret, and the acrylic powder that I'm going to be using today is also by Mia Secret, and it is the pink acrylic powder. See, Mia Secret has a lot of different shade range as far as when it comes to acrylic. They do have cover pink and they do have cover rose that does have like a pink tint, but the name of this one is pink acrylic powder. So it's not necessarily pink, it's like a sheer pink basically, but it's not like a pink color like polish or like the cover colors basically. And if anybody is interested in where I did get my acrylic powders from Mia Secret, I did get them from Amazon, as well as my Mia Secret monomer. I did get that from Amazon as well. And I noticed that one thing that I did, that I lost a clip while I was editing. I did notice that I did miss the part of me adding my Mia Secret primer and also my Mia Secret dehydrator. The first thing I did apply first is my dehydrator by Mia Secret, because you want to dry out the nail. So after I did apply my dehydrator to each of the nails, I did go in with my Mia Secret nail primer. That is to prime the nails so that your nails are long lasting and they don't lift or anything like that. You want your nails to last, so make sure you are using those things if you want your nails to last a really long time basically. So as you guys can see, I'm just going in with my acrylic application, and I am starting off with my medium size beads. I do start to apply my acrylic halfway on the nail where that nail tip and your natural nail meets. Basically the same place where I put my the nail tips, that's the same place that I apply my first bead of acrylic. And I am going in with medium beads of acrylic, and I'm just working my way slowly up, as you can see. So when you are doing acrylic, it's all about getting your monomer to powder ratio correctly, so you can learn how to pick up different size beads. So with the medium size bead, I like to go and dip my brush all the way into my monomer and then wipe off my brush halfway for a medium size bead. So once you get the hang of how to do the acrylic powder ratio to the how much acrylic and monomer that you need, then you will learn how to lay that acrylic down much more better, and just get the size beads that you want. So I am going in with thin layers. As you can see, I did apply another bead, and I'm just swiping down, making sure I clean up those side walls, patting it down, make sure everything is flush and level and even, and nothing is spilling over the sides. So it's good to have a good application, acrylic application, because that's going to set the tone for how your nails come out. Because if you have a good foundation with your application process, then that determines how much filing you will have to do in the end. So if you're making sure that this shape is top tier, and making sure you have a good apex, you want to make sure that apex is nice and thick and not too bulky, but just sturdy enough so that when you are when your clients are going on, you don't want that apex to be too thin and easily break. That apex creates that strength on the nail, basically, because that's where the strength comes. So if the nail was to bend in any type of way or get hit on anything, that nail will be secure because you have a good apex, basically. So as you can see, with each of the nails, I'm just going in with that medium I'm just going in with that medium size acrylic. I did dry my brush off before I go ahead and apply it to the nail. And the reason why I like to dry it off, because sometimes my even though I do measure out and try to wipe off some of my acrylic, sometimes the beads do have a little bit too much of that monomer in my brush, and I don't want it to be too runny. I don't want that acrylic to be too runny. So that's why I go in and I just tap it off sometimes when I feel like that acrylic is just a little bit too thick. As you can see, I'm building that apex there, and I'm shaping those sides. I'm cleaning up those cuticles, as you can see, as I'm going on, along with each nail. And I am making sure that I am perfecting that shape as well. As you can see, I'm wiping those side walls and getting to that cuticle area. Make sure it's not flooded in those cuticle areas. Make sure it's not too much product sitting in those areas, because you want to do less fouling as well. So like I said before, if you have a great foundation, you won't have to do too much fouling, because you're making sure everything is nice and neat and straight. And another thing that you can see that I am doing is I am making sure that I'm holding that nail down, so gravity can do its thing as far as just letting acrylic flow and let it settle into place. So that's why I'm holding the nail down, so everything can become level, and it helps me to work with that acrylic before it begins to dry, basically. Yeah, so you just have to be aware of all of these different things when you are doing your nail sets. And also in the colder ones, the acrylic, it turns, excuse me. Also in the colder months, the acrylic becomes a lot more runny than usual, so be mindful of that. I know some people like to do certain things and put certain things inside of their monomer to, or have heat regulated or just temperature control rooms for this reason, to make sure that you have a good application and those beads are not too runny, and you have more control of it than having a runny bead on the nail, basically. So for this part, as you can see, I'm just still going in with my application, and I did go in with that first bead off camera. So now this is me placing my second bead, and I'm just building my apex here. As you can see, That part is a little bit thicker than that first initial acrylic bead that I did put there, and that is where I'm trying to build my apex. So the next thing I'm going to be doing is I'm going in with my nail drill, and like I said before, this nail drill is a McCart nail drill, and I'm just going in with that safety bit, and I'm just going to be sealing those cuticles, and I'm going to be smoothing out these nails and making sure these acrylic nails are not bumping in any type of way. Everything is even, there's no product in the cuticle area, and the shape is nice and crispy. So that's what I'm trying to do and achieve here. And make sure you are, don't forget to go to the bottom of the nails, the free edge, and make sure you also following that down as well. Sometimes I did, forget to do that step and go in at the end and then go ahead, but I'm just trying to just get better and better at my acrylic process. And by me watching my own videos, it lets me know that, hey, you have to do this step first, or you forgot to do this, or I'm just learning from my own videos basically. So I'm just showing you guys a step-by-step tutorial while I work on her nails, just showing you, how I do my acrylic sets. So if you are if you are tuning in and this is the first time you are seeing one of my videos, like I said before, welcome to my channel. I hope you guys enjoy the content here. And I'm trying to work on me putting out better content as well, and just working with different lightings and different backgrounds of my nail table when I do record, to try to give better quality videos. I know I didn't start off as strong as far as just my lighting and being able to see too clear, but I did want to get a lot of content out. So stay tuned for more content that is more clear, and you can see, basically you can see it more clear, and also the audio is going to be a lot better than some of my videos that I have previous here that you can't really hear too well. But like I said, I am working on all of these things, and I'm taking my own criticism from me watching my own videos on what I can do better and what I should change, and not be so much of a waste of money. So for the gel polish that I'm going to be using today, I'm going to be using my Beautystudiobookings nail polish, and this nail polish is of course the white nail polish that I'm going to be using for today's video. And what I'm doing is I'm going in with that brush. This is a nail art brush that I did get from Amazon as well. It came in a set of 7 to 10 brushes, just different size brushes. And I like to use this brush to clean up my friendship. As you can see, I don't necessarily do my friendship the way a lot of people does their friendship. But for now, at the moment, as I'm still practicing how to do my friendships, whatever the case may be, this is how I get my friendships to be, basically. And I am practicing the way that people use a fine liner brush to create their friendships, and some people find it easy to do and some people struggle, like myself. So being that this is an area that I struggle in, I am trying to practice more with my nail art brush, my fine liner brush, so I can be able to use my fine liner brush when I'm creating my French tips instead of doing it this way. But for the meantime, in between time, this is how I create my French tips. I know it's more of a trusted process type of thing when you see this, because when I first applied that that gel polish onto that nail, and it was just really sloppy, and it looked like I was just painting anything. It didn't really look like anything at the moment, but as you can see, as I'm going along, after I did go in and paint the parts of the nail that I did want to turn that into my French tip, I just went in with my brush and then just go ahead and just clean up that smile line and then create my French tip. And if you guys have any tips on how I can get better at doing my friendships, don't forget to please leave it down in the comment section, because even though I have been doing nails for a while, I still struggle in some areas. That's why I really like to get a lot of practice on with my mannequin hand. I like to practice on my mannequin when I do not have clients or in between clients, so that I can work on my craft I'm a lot better at doing my application now than when I really started. And shout out to my sister because she has been here through the trials and tribulations, because when I first started doing acrylic nails, those things was popping off and I couldn't get the powder to monomer ratio correctly. It was just bumpy, it wasn't smooth. But she was just so patient with me. I know I mentioned this in another video, so shout out to her because she was just my only client at a point in time, and just letting me practice and get better and better at her nail sets, and just making sure that the nails stay on, as well, because you want to have nail sets that last long. You don't want nails that's popping off. Even though I was practicing on my sister and actually doing her nails as well, she would still pay me, for my time and for my service, and I would just do my best. And she would just keep encouraging me. So shout out to you, girl. You are my heart. I know I just went left with this whole video, but I just had to say that because with everything, I know some people may look at my videos and like, oh, you this looks pretty good, and some people may say, hey, you need improvement. And I don't mind constructive criticism. That's how I learn to get better and better. As long as you're not trying to be negative in any type of way, and you're actually giving solid good advice, I'm going to take that into consideration. And if you say, oh, you should do it a different way, like, I really like when people give me feedback on any of my videos, basically, because it shows that you are engaging, and you're engaging, not only watching, but also liking and commenting as well. So I do hope that you guys are enjoying this video. And if you are, like I said before, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, and also hit that bell notification, because whenever I do upload my videos here on YouTube, when you hit that bell notification, it will notify you whenever I upload any new videos here. I believe in real time, so just stay tuned for more work that I have here on my channel. I know my name on this channel is Pretty Press On Plugs, because I did initially start off with just doing press on nails, but I did want to add in acrylic nails, and I do want to add in acrylic toes, and I do want to add in male pedicures and manicures and pedicures, as well as acrylic nails and acrylic toes. So stay tuned for all of those things, as well as different nail art and trending different styles and shapes, and just different things that people be trying with nails. I would like to try a lot of those things here on my channel, so I hope you guys stay tuned for more to come in the near future. Yeah, so I'm just going to be repeating that process again, like I said before. This is a Beautystudiobookings gel polish, that white shade. As you can see, I'm just putting it all over the nail. However high I want that French tip to be, that is where I start on the sides, and then I just go in the middle. The middle is a little bit less acrylic that I just put it on this area. Excuse me, not acrylic, nail polish that I put on this area, because I am going to go in and clean it up with my nail brush. So that's why I didn't apply the product all over the nail polish all over the nail. So just take your time, like I said. This is another way, if anybody wanted to know a different way to do their French tip, if they are a struggling nail tech and trying to get better at their crafts, basically. You can practice this way as well. And as you can see, this is my fine liner brush that I'm using as well, just to get that French tip to be nice and straight. I wanted to get it straight as possible, and I wanted it to really look like a French tip. So yeah. So now what I'm doing is I'm taking a dotting tool, and I'm using that dotting tool, and I was dipping into that same gel polish. And what I did before this step is I did ask my client to put her nails into the UV lamp for 60 seconds to let that gel polish dry first, and then I took out the nails, and then I began to do this 3D crocodile design, basically. So I'm going to show you guys here again in a close-up how I did it. I'm dipping my dotting tool into my gel polish, and I'm just creating that pattern, that design, with that dotting tool, with that nail polish on it, basically. And as you can see, this is fairly easy, and yes, this clip is sped up because I didn't want it to be too long, just me repetitively just doing the same thing. But I did want to get a good shot and so you guys can actually see how everything is done. So I am cleaning up the sides of that nail, and I'm going in with my Mia Secret clear acrylic powder for this video to go on top of my 3D crocodile effect. I did go on top with that clear acrylic powder because the acrylic powder is going to just rest on top of that 3D crocodile design, and it's going to give it that 3D effect. So that's why you use that acrylic powder. So if anybody was curious how to do that, that is how I do that. And you know what I would have done differently? Because I was doing my crocodile design, I should have went in with my top coat first on that natural nail area where there's no white polish. I should have went in with my top coat, my clear top coat on that area, and then continue on with my crocodile 3D design basically. This is the finished product. Let me know what you guys think. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, and connect with me on my other social media platforms. Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube is the same name, pretty_press_on_plug. Hope to see you tune it into another one of my videos. Check out some of my other videos I have posted here on my channel. Stay tuned for more. Bye.